All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Athlete and Artist Show. I am the artist Kyle Forge alongside the athlete, professional hockey player, Zach Boychuk. Season 6, Episode 17, presented by BETHOG, our go-to crypto casino and sportsbook, and they're from the creators of FanDuel. They've got all your favorite casino games, all your favorite sports, and much more. Olympics are coming up. Make sure you check out all the different Olympic games and categories. I don't think categories is the right word, but Olympic events on BETHOG. And they've got the world's first and only AI dealer who's been absolutely fleecing us every time we stream.
We'll get her next time.
We'll get her next time. Their live dealers are awesome too. Check out bethog.com and you can show us some love by signing up with the bonus code AAS. Bethog.com, bonus code AAS. Chucky, you're in Dubai right now. A little bit of Olympic break. Before we hop into the hockey news here, how's the trip going so far? How are you liking Dubai?
Yeah, it's been great. Nice to get a little bit of warm weather over here in Europe. I mean, it's a little bit further east. I think we're like a 3-hour time change from where we are in Slovenia, but weather's nice. It's like 25 or 80 some degrees in Fahrenheit, and hitting the beach and hitting the pools, and yeah, it's been pretty good.
That's awesome. Yeah, we've worked with a lot of people in Dubai in like the crypto space, but I've never been out there, so it's sweet that you got to go out there and finally see what all the hype's about. Because I've heard nothing but good things about people going to Dubai. There's especially business people, like tax free, just good city, a lot of technology out there too. Obviously the weather's pretty awesome out there too. So yeah, it's cool that you get to experience that.
Yeah, I heard today that there's like one of the main leaders of the country, if you buy like one of his apartments, you automatically get a visa for like you and your family.
No way.
And yeah, so I don't know if you buy those apartments, you get like everything, no taxes, like crypto. So all these people are coming here and taking advantage of that. But yeah, they have everything here. They have a Tim Hortons here, a Shake Shack, like Pizza Hut, like all the malls crazy. They have a hockey team, so I'm gonna look into signing here when I'm like 40 years old and see if I can get residency over here.
You don't want to go the route of just buying the royal family's apartment or condo or what?
I could do that too, I guess, but be nice to still be playing hockey in some really nice weather over here. And the rink's in the mall, so that's pretty sweet.
That's sick. Is it like pretty in terms of the stands? Is it pretty big? Is it a pretty nice arena, or is it like West
I
Edmonton
don't
Mall where they just got the ice in the middle of the mall?
Honestly, we were gonna walk by today, and I was like, "Ah, no, we'll just go to the fountains, go to the Burj, the Khalifa, the tallest building. I think it's the tallest building in the world, and
Yeah.
got to see a nice little fountain show. We didn't see the rink, but I would assume it's probably similar to the West Edmonton Mall. There's probably not a ton of fans watching hockey in Dubai.
Not yet. I'm sure like with how much money they have out there though, they could probably grow it pretty substantially, or at least make it a pretty sick experience. Like they'd probably be the Vegas of out there, hey?
Yeah, I mean they've been talking for years about expanding from the KHL to Dubai
Mm,
and like London and like a couple certain teams. It might be a little different now with the war and all that, but a lot of Russians come here to travel. They vacation here a lot, and I think a lot of the Russian guys are on the local team here. But yeah, it's if you got enough money, I'm sure you can have a pro hockey team anywhere.
oh, for sure. And they've got tons of money out there, man. It's insane.
They do. There's Ferraris and Lambos everywhere. It's
That's
insane.
nuts. They're probably cheaper down there too than buying them in the US, eh?
It might be. Yeah, I'm not sure how it works, whether they build them here or import them or whatever it is. But yeah, there's no shortage of money here, that's for sure. A lot
Yeah,
of nice
definitely.
cars.
That's sick. How's that? Did you get an Airbnb? Are you staying in a hotel or?
Yeah, we're at an Airbnb. It's like connected to hotels, so we can use all the hotels amenities and like the pool and the gym and all that. And then we went and visited a couple of our buddies over at Atlantis. They have an Atlantis here, and took advantage of the pool and the aquarium, and they got a Nobu over there and a bunch of nice restaurants and stuff. So
Nice.
we've been getting the lay of the land and checking it out the last couple days.
That's sick, dude.
It's a pretty cool place, and every like they basically man-made like this like big island that's full of sand that's in the shape of like a palm tree. Just the fact that they have that much money and like can just like make an island and can make like all these like cool palm trees and beaches and sand. It's a pretty cool place. It's definitely a place that everybody should come and see like one time for sure.
I think Lindsay Lohan moved there permanently. She like went there
Yeah,
and
you
then
might
just
be.
fell in love with
You
the
might,
city. She's like, it's super private for me. Like people aren't following me around. Obviously, like tax incentives were probably big for her out there because like with businesses and stuff like that. But yeah, I've heard anyone that I've heard go to Dubai, they love it.
yeah, they got like helicopters that are taxis, like these like drone looking things. Like this place is nuts.
It's the Uber choppers.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Need to get a couple of those. Right now we're just on the regular Ubers, but
That's awesome. Are you gonna try one of those chopper ones, or are they pretty expensive?
I don't know. It's said that they're like coming soon. I don't know if
Oh,
there's a
okay.
ton of them going yet, but they had like a big display of them like right downtown, like by the Dubai Mall and the fountain. But um it'd be pretty crazy just to see a bunch of drones flying around taxiing people.
Like futuristic. That's like it'd be like there's a game called Cyberpunk that I played. It's like it takes place in the way in the future. Like that's what it sounds like out there in some of these places in like Dubai and Asia and stuff like that.
A lot of the buildings are crazy. Like they're like the architecture and like how they're all built. Like there's windows that just go forever and like all these like overhanging like bridges going to all these other buildings. It's like it's next level. You don't see that type of stuff back home where we're from.
Yeah, the architecture is insane. Even better to see it in person. But like
Yeah.
aren't they building a new building that's trying to be bigger than the Burj Khalifa too, or is that somewhere else?
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure the Burj is the tallest right now. There
Yeah,
might be somebody that's building something bigger. I know Elon Musk is talking about building like a underground loop here that he was trying to do in the States too. So like they don't have much of a train system here right now, but if
hmm.
like they partnered with Elon Musk, they'd be able to get something done that's pretty cool, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's insane, man. Yeah, I'm glad you're having a fun time. That's a sweet trip to go on. A little bit of a Olympic break in the middle of the season. Get to Dubai. Little
Yeah.
reset as you get back into the last few games before playoffs and stuff. So that's awesome.
Yeah, it's nice. And there's a bunch of guys from the German league and from Austrian league and um all over. I think there's some Swiss guys here too. So it's a good time to reset, get some warm weather, and we'll be back for the season and we'll have our last 5 games before playoffs start.
Yeah, and you were saying that this you guys don't get the full Olympics off, hey? You're like the only league or one of the only leagues that they don't give you the full Olympics off.
Yeah, our next game's on the 18th, and I'm pretty sure there's like a bunch of like playoff games that are like happening right after that or maybe right before that. So most teams don't start until the 25th or like late February. We're uh we're getting it going right away, February 18th.
That's crazy. The
Yeah.
biggest hockey news I think coming over here that we have to address because we talk about him every week. This definitely wasn't the update that we were expecting, but Gavin McKenna is facing a felony assault charge and up to 20 years in prison for knocking a guy out at a bar at Penn State. And the story is just absolutely insane. This is the rumor that's going around on Twitter right now. I don't know I don't think it's been confirmed yet, but allegedly he was defending his mom. There was a kid that was just harassing his mom, like verbally abusing his mom in the bar. Teammates, I guess there were a bunch of families there. It's a venue that's 18 to enter, 21 to drink. So he was there legally with his family, with teammates. I'm going to read off what one of the posts on Twitter says. It says, other guy was verbally assaulting Gavin's mom, who was there. Families were in town for the game. Bunch of the team was there. Everyone was trying to defuse and walk away. Kid wouldn't stop, wouldn't let it go. Kept going after Gavin's mom. Gavin knocked him out. Another one comes from, allegedly, it's from a text from the kid that got hit's buddy. Funny story. It's from a brother of the kids, a brother of the kid's friend. Says, funny story. So my brother goes to PSU, and last night he was out with his friends after the hockey game, and his boy was all banged up, and they saw Gavin McKenna and his mom at the bar. His boy called Gavin's mom a whore, and McKenna just knocked him the fuck out. My brother had to take his friend to the hospital that night. His friend has a broken jaw in 3 places, a concussion, and 3 missing teeth.
Insane.
Here's the thing. If that part of the story is true, these kids nowadays are so used to talking smack online and not having to pay any consequences that they think that they can just say whatever they want to somebody and face no repercussions. Back when we were kids, we talk shit like that, you get punched in the face. I was chirping my aunt one time, and my cousin walked up and just hit me in the face. Guess what? I never did it again. Like, it's just, it should
learn your lesson pretty quick.
Yeah, should he, as someone who's in his position, should he be getting in fights in bars? No. If he was just banged up starting fights, absolutely not a thing that he should be doing. But the catalyst here is he's defending his mom.
No, I heard that the guy was waiting for him outside of the bar.
Really?
So like what else is he supposed to do? But like, yeah, obviously when you're in that position, you're about to go first overall. You don't want to be in a bar fight. You don't want to have, you don't want to get arrested. You don't want to have a felony charge against you with bail and a possible 20-year charge against you. But I don't know. I don't know if we're getting the full details here, or like the text message seems kind of legit. I don't know if it's full details and whatever, but yeah, pretty crazy story.
And if the story about the kid going after his mom is true, he 100% deserved to get hit in the face. 100%.
Everybody's saying online that like his draft stock is going up because of this.
Yeah.
He's for sure first overall pick if he's got a little toughness to his game. But
yeah, and I don't know if it's the kid pressing charges or if it's the state police that are pressing charges, but like if it's the kid, soft. Like you start this, you get hit for it, and then all of a sudden you're pressing charges. Like, come on. Like you asked for it. It sucks that you got your jaw broken and you got your teeth knocked out and probably have a concussion, but you shouldn't have been talking shit about somebody's mom. And like that, I think kids need to learn that you can't just go around saying whatever you want because you're so used to doing it from behind a computer screen, and you're not going to face consequences.
yeah, who knows exactly what happened, but the tweets online are funny. It's like Gavin McKenna would rather go to jail than get drafted first overall by the Canucks.
Yeah.
There's some pretty good tweets out there.
Yeah, I hate laughing
he
at
wants
it,
to
but
go to Calgary. He's gonna slide to Calgary for.
I mean, Huberdeau's out now, so maybe Calgary will start losing and they'll end up with that number 1 spot. But I really hope. Yeah, I really hope that it gets figured out. Hopefully the charges get dropped. Hopefully when they go through the trial process that they see if this stuff is true, that the kid deserved it, and he'll end up with a slap on the wrist. But facing 20 years for defending your mom is crazy.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I'm sure there'll be some sort of settlement, and I mean, if it goes to court and all that, that would be kind of crazy. But It's just a little dust up. I feel like a lot of those just kind of go away for after a week. You don't really hear much about them, but with him, he's a pretty high profile guy. So we'll see what happens with the final details.
I saw another tweet. Someone was saying that as if you're one of, or he's like, I can't believe one of Gavin McKenna's teammates that has no shot at the league didn't just take it for him, like didn't just punch the guy in the face for him or take the
Just
blame.
cuff me right now. Yeah,
Yeah,
here,
he's like
take me to jail.
he would have been set up for the rest of his life. He's like, this team is so soft. Like, why is Gavin McKenna the only one sticking up for people on that team? Like, he got booted from the game, I guess, the other day for sticking up for a teammate too. So
He's
yeah,
showing some toughness
yeah,
and
it's
sticking up for his teammates, sticking up for his mom allegedly.
yeah, shitty situation for him to be in. Hopefully that gets sorted out. But I mean, from like I said, it sounds like the other kid deserved it. You can't just go around punching people, but I mean, sometimes it's definitely warranted, and that to me is one of those situations. But yeah, uh, we mentioned Huberdeau has to get hip surgery, so he's out for the Flames. Contribution wise, in terms of production, probably won't change much, but good news for the Flames is hopefully the guy that replaces him for the rest of the season maybe commits a few more turnovers and they end up losing a couple more games so they can have a better shot at a higher pick instead of the Canucks.
Yeah, need more losses for the Flames. We need to get a higher pick. They're not losing enough.
Now they beat the Oilers last night too. Like,
But yeah, can't be doing
you
that.
can't be doing
Oilers need to
that.
get in the playoffs. McDavid's got to get his cup.
And Draisaitl called out the entire team after that loss too. We just read this before we started recording, but Draisaitl said to reporters after the game, he's like, not consistent enough. This league's too hard to just lollygag through games and try to get winning streaks going. You need everybody. It starts with the coaches, like everybody. You're never going to win if you have 4 or 5 guys going. It starts at the top. We can be better. Our leaders can be better. We'll take the break and regroup. We got to defend better. We got to make it easier on Jari, and then I'm sure he can be a little bit better too. It's a two-way street, but it starts with us in front of him, and then the game becomes a little easier for him. But I think there are saves that our goalies need to make at some point. So everyone from the coaches to down, Draisaitl was like, we all have to be better.
I don't know if calling out the coach is a great idea, but I mean, he's going to the Olympics in the next couple of days, so he probably doesn't have to deal with that. So
Yeah.
he's fine, but he can't be losing to the Flames. I'd be a little upset after that.
Yeah, close game, but you can't lose to the Flames, especially as the Oilers. You're making that
They
cup
lost to the
run.
Leafs the other night too, I think. So can't be losing to the Leafs either.
Yeah, the Oilers gotta. They were rolling there for a bit. They just got to get back on the horse, but it's they've got more wins than Vegas, so they should be in first. But Vegas has 14 overtime losses, so they've got 2 more points than the Oilers, which is nuts.
They got to move to the 3-point playoff uh playoff system.
I keep seeing
3
that.
points for. I mean, the Edmonton's still in, but yeah, they're losing ground for sure. LA might catch them. They got Panarin now. Nashville's on their tail. I feel like San Jose could maybe catch them, but it's the West is still a tight playoff run.
Yeah, San Jose's sitting just outside right now. It looks like they're fifth in the wild card. So 58 points, and then Anaheim's got 63, and they've got 1 up on them. So it's need San Jose to get back up there. Celebrini's got to start getting 4 points a game again to get the Sharks in the playoffs.
They'll be fine after the Olympics. So they'll get rejuvenated. They're still a young squad, so they're
Yeah.
gonna have lots of legs for the last 20, 30 games.
Panarin traded, and the Sharks are allegedly are one of the, was it the Sharks that I saw that the Sharks were one of the teams that they were trying to get and they wanted or send him to, and they wanted Will Smith, and
Yeah,
they're
I heard
like,
they
nope,
wanted Smith for that. I wouldn't be giving up Smith for
no,
for Panarin,
no, not at this
but
point. But So Panarin went to LA, ended up signing a 2-year extension with 22 mil. He turned down a deal worth over 56 million for 4 years in Seattle,
Crazy. Didn't
which is
want to go to Seattle.
which is interesting because Seattle is in third in the Pacific right now, and LA is sitting third in the wild card, so there are 3 points behind them. It was
He
interesting.
likes the big cities. He likes Chicago, New York,
Yeah.
LA. I feel like all those Russian guys, if they're not in Florida, they like the big cities.
What do you think about the trade? I think the Rangers got fleeced. Like LA gave up pretty much nothing for
Wasn't it
Panarin.
like a third round conditional pick or something? And then Liam Greentree?
Yeah, Green Tree, a conditional third, and a conditional 2028 fourth. So the third upgrades to a second rounder if LA wins one playoff series this season, and the fourth heads to New York only if LA wins 2 series. So either way, for Panarin, with how he's still playing, pretty good deal.
Yeah, and the Rangers retained like 50%. So yeah, it's a great deal for LA.
Yeah, massive deal for LA. We were wondering where he was going to go. I was hoping he was going to go back to Chicago, play with Bedard, but that was pretty low chances about that.
Yeah, I didn't think. Yeah, I would have liked to see him go to Carolina or go to San Jose, but
San Jose would have been a
LA,
good one.
they could use him.
Yeah, LA could definitely use him. I think especially with Kopitar, kind of this being his last season, they really wanted to make that push, and maybe
Mhm.
that's one of the reasons that Panarin ended up wanting to go to LA as well, play with Kopitar his last year, and try to get him as far as he can in the playoffs and try to fight for another cup. But who knows? LA's always been sneaky in the playoffs. I mean, they've struggled against the Oilers the last few years, obviously, but when they won the cups, the one year they were 8th in the division, and they ended up sweeping almost everybody. So doesn't in
Yeah,
hockey we talk about it every time playoffs come around. It doesn't really matter where you finish; it matters how you play at the playoffs.
you just gotta get in. They're just on the outside looking in right now, but yeah, if they finish eighth, and they could upset some teams. Maybe not Edmonton. They have no chance against Edmonton, but some of the other teams, I feel like they could sneak up on them.
They definitely could sneak up on them. Uh, yeah, it'll be an interesting end of the season as we get through Olympics or once the Olympics end. But Olympics start today. Women's hockey starts today. Canada's
Really?
playing, so that'll be awesome for those guys. I saw at the one rink, I don't think it was the new one. I think it was the other rink during one of the curling events. The lights were already going out, so they're already having some issues over there in the arenas. Hopefully,
Oh,
this
that's
new
not good.
arena is doing okay.
When's the ceremony? I thought that was tomorrow.
Uh,
Opening ceremonies was on the 6th, I think.
yep, Friday, February 6th.
There's women's games already. Is it exhibition or is it
I think it's the actual tournament. These are the preliminaries. So is that round robin? US is playing Czechia right now. They're up 5-1, it looks like.
yeah, that should be the tournament, I think.
Yeah, so the preliminary round robins are on right now.
USA is probably they're gonna be good.
Yeah, they're sick. I mean, it's always I feel like Canada, US when it comes to the Olympics. It's
Always ends up that way.
it's getting a little bit closer in the younger divisions like U18s and stuff like that and worlds, but in the Olympics it's always been Canada, US. And it seems like it's
Yeah.
gonna stay that way. So hopefully we end up Canada, US in the gold medal game and Canada pulls it off.
Yeah, they'll win in overtime or shootout or something.
Any other hockey news that you wanted to cover?
Uh, Not that I can think of. I mean,
Oh, Penguins Jones got suspended 20 games for violating the PED policy. Did you see that?
yeah, he said that he was doing like some rehab or something and something snuck into his, he said he didn't take it on purpose, but
Yeah.
it's bad bounce. I mean, I feel like most NHL guys aren't taking performance enhancing, but the odd one sneaks in. And it's 20 games if you don't know what's going into your body.
Yeah.
I guess he apologized, but
Yeah. 20 games is tough. I mean, I feel like that excuse isn't as easy to get away with now. That used to happen all the time in MMA back when like guys would take supplements, especially when supplements weren't as regulated as they are now. You could take pre-workouts and there could be like amphetamines or something,
Hmm.
hidden in there, just low traces of it. Happened with John Jones. There was like picograms of turinabol, I think, which is an anabolic steroid in one of the supplements he was taking, and he ended up getting popped for that. But nowadays, you just there's so much technology now, and you have these resources and these resources available to you, where I feel like you can do a better job of making sure that there isn't anything funny going on with stuff that you're taking.
Yeah. Sometimes you never know, especially if there's certain doctors recommending a certain thing,
Yeah,
especially when you're injured and doing rehab. I mean, it's kind of a slippery slope, but it's bad balance for sure.
yeah, not what we want to see with these guys. It's tough. Yeah. What else we got here? Those are kind of the big ones. I mean, the headlines are all Gavin McKenna right now. Schaefer's still on a roll. He's still playing. But man, I really wanted to see Schaefer get into the Olympics. But we didn't talk about Bennett up for the
You got the
Olympics
call.
now. Got the call. So we were wondering if it was going to be Bennett or Bedard replacing either Sorelli or Point. Looks like Point's going to be ready to go, but Sorelli's out and Sam Bennett gets the call. So,
Tough for
man,
Sorelli, but
tough for Sorelli. I think Bennett is going to be a great addition to the team, though. I mean, man, with Bennett and Wilson running around out there, Canada needed to bring in Bennett because, as we joked before, Wilson might get suspended or kicked out of a few games for hitting some of these European guys on that smaller ice. So, need Bennett to be
on
out
the
there to kind of offset some of that.
yeah, on the tiny ice in Italy. Did you see that tweet? I think between Wilson, Sam Bennett, and Brad Marchand, if they were all playing on the same line, they have like over $3 million worth of suspensions or something.
Yeah, insane.
That's so good.
That'd
So
be
we're running around.
that'd
Put
be
them on a line.
the rat line. Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for the Olympics. We're going to be covering a lot of it. We'll be having a lot of predictions on BetHog. Uh, Stream this weekend. Put some of our predictions and our wagers out on Twitter and with BetHog. So we're super excited. Won't just be doing some of the hockey stuff, but a lot of different events. Snowboarding is always a fun one to watch. Figure skating is always cool to watch too, man. Those guys can skate. Those guys and girls can skate. I'm definitely not that nimble on my feet, so watching those guys do some of those tricks and moves they do is pretty awesome.
Yeah, 100%. Speed skating, figure skating, you got the snowboarding, skiing. I'm honestly excited to see some of the curling too. I feel like that's
Really?
always fun to watch. I got a good buddy that was training with us at Crash, Ben Hebert. He's like one of the sweeper guys. I don't know I don't know exactly what his position is in curling, but he's an absolute beauty, and I hope he brings home the gold for Team Canada.
That's interesting. I've never heard anyone say they're excited to watch curling.
It's not the most exciting sport, but I mean, if you know somebody that's on the team and
That's
you
fair.
you kind of get the rules a little bit, it's actually pretty fun to watch.
I think it'd be more fun to play than watch for sure. It's one of those sports for me where
Yeah,
I would love to play it, but like sitting there watching it, especially like you said, when I don't understand it, don't know anyone that's out there, I'm like, man, this is a little tough to figure out what's going
yeah,
on here.
yeah. You need to get to know somebody that's playing. It makes it more interesting.
Are there any other events that you're looking forward to keeping track of?
Um, Not really. I feel like those are kind of the main ones. Definitely a little bit of the snowboarding stuff, and I mean hockey's number one for me. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
tuning into as many games as I can, and be nice. I'll be over in Europe, so the time change won't be too crazy. Be some
Oh
pretty
yeah.
early games for you, that's for sure.
Yeah. I think games started at like 4:30 a.m. this morning or something like that for the
Crazy.
women's
Yeah,
games.
that's a little too early for me to watch a game, I think.
I remember the last time that the NHL guys were in the tournament. I think that would have been what, 2014. I remember they changed the drinking laws in, I don't know if it was all around Canada, but definitely in Alberta. They changed the drinking laws to allow the bars to start selling liquor earlier, so people could go to the bars during the gold medal game, which was at like 4 in the morning or something like that, and just start getting pinned up, watch the game.
That's the way to do it for sure.
You're
Get a
Canadian.
super early morning game, watch the gold medal game, have a couple beers.
Yeah. You're Canadian when they changed the drinking laws to allow you to watch hockey at 4
Yeah,
in the morning.
that would have been like Sochi in Russia back in the day, right?
Yeah, I think
2014.
so. Yeah, exactly. I remember I was supposed to go to Shanks that night, which is a big sports bar in Calgary, and I was waiting for my roommate. I think I just laid down on the couch. We were getting ready to go, and I fell asleep, and he didn't wake me up, and he just went to the bar without me. And I woke up, see the highlight, and Canada won. I was like, what?
Crazy. It's been 12 years since that Olympics happened, since the NHL guys were in there.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see it. Like you said, hockey for me is the one that I'm most excited for, but the snowboarding and like alpine skiing is another good one to watch, another fun one to watch as well. So be
Hmm.
good to go. Anything else that you want to touch on before I'll let you get out of here, get back to your vacation?
I think that's pretty good.
Awesome. All right, we'll be still streaming this weekend.
Hmm.
We got picks going out for Olympics. Thank you, BetHog. We'll be doing a lot of BetHog content for the Olympics, and Super Bowl Sunday. Who you got before we bounce out of here? We got New England and the Seahawks.
I'm cheering for the Patriots, but
Patriots.
I think it'll be a good game.
Yeah, I'm cheering for the Patriots as well, which for me, I mean, Patriots have broken my heart with the Panthers a few times over the years, but it'd be good to see the Pats back in the Super Bowl. We'll be putting out our wager there as well on BetHog, and we will see you guys next week.
Peace.